Greetings everyone, and thanks for tuning in to another Great American Survival. I'm Marvin Foreign, and in today's video we're doing another EDC update where I'm going to be talking about this headlamp. This is from Streamlight, and if you followed, I've already done a video of the Streamlight Bandit a few years ago. This is the Streamlight Bandit Pro. Very nice. Now, for those of you that don't know, in my opinion, I think a headlamp is hands down one of the most valuable things you can have. When it comes to regular flashlights, they're one thing, but headlamps like this allow you a very versatile option. They allow you to use headlamps, whether you're dealing with automotive emergencies or things like that, or you're hiking, backpacking, things like that allow you to keep your hands free, especially if you're in an emergency situation where you might need them. So if you're looking at adding one to your EDC, we hope you'll stick with us. We'll tell you all about it. All right, so as I said, today we are talking the Streamlight Bandit Pro. This is awesome. I've really enjoyed the original Streamlight Bandit. Super useful. This thing right here is just a little better, little things. Mine lasted me I probably did that video probably 3 years ago, maybe 4. It's been a while. But this one right here, my other one finally died, and I finally had to replace it. Bought this one about 3 months ago, and this one will be taking its place in my truck. I think that having a headlamp as opposed to a flashlight is one of the most key things for everyday carry options for your your vehicle transportation emergency uses. I think a headlamp allows you to keep your little hands free and allows you to, whether you're dealing with motor trouble, changing a tire, whatever it might be, or if you're in a self-defense situation, they come in super, super handy. And that's bottom line. I mean, they just do. This one right here, let's talk about the specs about this thing, because there are a lot. The length of this thing from here to here is only 2.7 inches. The width is just under an inch at 9.97. The height is 1.13 inches. Very nice. The weight. Now this headlamp, even though it does come with a hat clip, which can be added to a hard hat or a baseball cap, I don't use that. I prefer the headband. The headband is a little lighter. If you're using the headband, it's 1.6 ounces. And if you're using the head clip, it's 1.7. Inside, this thing is rocking a 950 milliamp lithium polymer cell battery inside. Just awesome. I've been nothing but impressed with how long this thing lasts. If you're looking at a headlamp like this thing comes in very, very handy. Thing I like most about it, okay, so you have 3 settings. You have a high, a low, and an emergency flash. Those are bottom line. Let's hear. I'm not going to shine it at the camera because it's super bright. I will take you outside and show you how well it works. That's the low, that's the high, and that's the strobe. Both come in. Now, it's not going to blink SOS. Personally, I would have rather it blinked at SOS, but it does work really, really well. Now, let's talk about the specs of the lights itself. The lights itself on high is rocking 180 lumens, and it'll run for about 4.5 hours. The best part, huge upsell for me, is when it rocks out. When you rock it in the low setting, it is rocking 35 lumens, and that is for 21 hours. So if you're on a week-long camping trip, that's awesome. That thing is going to last 21 hours of use. You're only going to need it at night. Me personally, with all my experience and all my traveling, working with Boy Scouts and all that, I use it to help me set up my camp, hang my hammock, things like that. But knowing I can use it for a couple hours a night, it's going to last. It's going to last a week. I personally, generally what I do is I hang this on my mirror, open this up, micro USB charging port right there, and boom. When you plug it in, it's going to light up half of this. This is your power button. Your power button is going to light up red on this side, and it's going to light up green on this side when it's charged. Just letting you know. Fully charged. Once it's fully charged, unhook this thing. I would like to see someone do one like this, designed for you to leave in your vehicle, that has one of the small like solar charger panels tabs across here. Doesn't have to be anything elaborate, would come in really, really handy. Biggest thing for me, the biggest positive and the biggest negative are the same thing for me, is the battery. The battery itself being a rechargeable battery. If you're putting this in and using this, when it's dead, it's dead. Lithium batteries it's fading to dark. It's off. It's boom. It's gone. It's just out. The light's gone. And you can't pop it open, put in a USB, a AA battery or a AAA battery and go down the road. But when you're rocking a little battery that's as light as this is, what was it? Let me look. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. 1.6 ounces. I think I already mentioned it. That's impressive. For a battery that's going to last you 21 hours, that's awesome. Personally, now, here's my little soapbox to get up on. If you're going to wear a headlamp and you're using a headlamp and you're going to be around any other people, don't wear this around your head. Put it around your neck, allow it to give you your hands free, and allows it to light up your trail as you're walking. Whether you're putting up a tent, hanging your hammock, working on your vehicle, whatever it might be, this thing being around your neck is going to illuminate an area, a very wide pattern, which you will not believe how awesome this thing is. I'm going to cut to that here in a moment. But being able to use that and not shine it in people's eyes, which I absolutely cannot stand. Don't do that. Don't wear it on your head so everywhere you look it shines. Yeah, yes, I understand the reason for using it. Now, if you're spelunking or something like that, where you're caving, there are lots of reasons why you'd want one on your head for that. Mounting it to a hard hat or a baseball hat or things like that makes sense. But when you're talking about hiking, backpacking, being around a group, camping, don't put this on your head. Put it around your neck, allow it to shine where you're walking, and allow it to do its job without annoying everybody that's with you, because if you shine it in one person's eye, you've shined it in 100 people's eyes. So take it easy. Streamlight makes some great lamps. I'm going to take you outside. I'm going to show you what this thing's capable of. Hope you guys enjoy that, and then we'll come back in and close this out. All right, so as you see, this is the engine bay of my truck. You can't hardly see anything. The light from my house is on a motion sensor, so it's going to stay on. But the low setting, like this, works really, really well. I think a headlamp, and I probably mentioned it in this video already, headlamps come in really handy, especially when you're dealing with your vehicle. Now, you want to crank it up. Boom. I mean, that is bright. That is bright and very useful. The thing I like also about this headlamp is it runs on a micro USB. So I keep a plug in my truck that's got 3-prong. So it runs off of a micro USB, a USB-C, and it runs off of an Apple charger, is what the adapters are. So it comes in very handy. I can hang this around my mirror, plug it in, and it's ready to go when I'm ready to need it, whether I'm going fishing, going to work, or just doing whatever I have to throughout my day. I don't like mine on my head where it turns when I turn. And also what it does is it'll also shine in people's faces when they're talking to you, which is just annoying as all get out about headlamps. Now this one does have the option of wearing it as a neck head strap or as a hat clip, and both come in very, very handy. As you see, this is the low setting, and it's pretty bright. I like it because it's wide. As you see, it's as wide as my camera is. As far as you look, as I turn, it covers a wide spectrum, which is really, really handy. I like it a lot when I'm dealing with, whether I'm setting up camp or working on my car or whatever it might be. But when you're hiking or camping, to be able to use this to illuminate the trail, and it's not a little area, it's the wide part. Like if you're setting up camp and you're putting up a tent, or in my case, I'm putting up a hammock. I don't use tents very often, but as you see, it puts off quite a bright pattern. Now, if I upgrade it, let's go up a notch. Boom. That's pretty freaking bright. Got a receipt on the floor. Hold on. Very nice. So as you see, this thing's really bright. It puts off a lot of light, whether you're looking at an engine bay or taking a hike. That's just really, really handy. I like that about this thing. Like I said, boom, huge, wide spectrum. Did you see how wide that pattern is? I mean, it doesn't even do you justice to look at it, let alone when it's bright. But when you're on a trail in the woods, you don't need that bright setting. You don't need the high 180 lumens. That 35 lumens lights up a trail, allows you to walk, see where you're going, and not risk tripping over a root or a rock and hurting yourself. So I love it. I think this is a great headlamp for the $15 to $30 price range. This thing's a rock star. I mean, it really is. I think if you're looking at getting one, this is a great choice. I'll put a link to Streamlight to where you can check out all their other amazing products. But guys, this thing's come in very, very handy. And if you can get a year's use out of this thing for $20, $30, do it. Pick one of these up, throw it in your car, put it in your glove box, have it there when you need it, have it there when your wife needs it, have it there when your husband needs it, have it there when your kid needs it. That's what it's about. Being prepared, that's the most important thing. As I said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, I'll put a link down below. I'll show you where you can pick up your own Streamlight. Honestly, go check out the website. See what all the other products they have. They've got some great stuff on the market. And thanks again for coming by. We couldn't do this without you. We appreciate each and every one of you stopping by, and we hope you found this video useful. If you did, give it the old thumbs up. If you're new to our channel, hit that subscribe button, join our community, and get updated every time we post a new video just by ringing that little bell. Have a great week. Make sure you take time this week to get out there, enjoy yourself, enjoy nature, be prepared, stay safe. God bless, guys. We'll see you soon.